And now he's messed it up. We're good?
You're live.
All right, call roll. Mr. Sammy?
Here.
Mr. Bader? Here. Mr. Gosh?
Here.
And Mr. Powell?
Here.
If y'all would, please take a look at the minutes from the June 4th meeting.
Long.
I'm saying, I don't know who the commissioner was.
Don't know how to keep it short, does he?
Y'all are killing Shirley.
I'll
Page
approve the minutes, or I'll make a motion on the minutes.
Chris made a motion to approve the minutes. Second?
I'll second.
Mr. Bader, all in favor, show of hands.
Second.
Mr.
Bader.
Okay, review of financials.
Excuse myself for just a minute.
22 did something,
Yeah.
but not what they said they were gonna do, is it?
That is.
Hey.
They said $200 a month.
Did they change hands on or what? Where you going, Bob?
He's got to excuse
No,
himself.
they didn't.
They didn't change hands?
But I thought they
No.
closed. But they're open, because they said they were.
It's different daily, it seems like.
Yeah.
So are they closed?
Yeah,
So
don't
are they?
ever see-
But they're supposed to pay normal plus the extra, right? So this is just the extra.
No, well, yeah, they're supposed to be collecting it and paying it.
Not just
This is
paying
the
it.
Catch-up
Right.
that we see.
So they're still behind.
So they're not,
They're behind, they were, y'all's agreement with them was to pay $1,500.
Total.
Total to catch up.
Yeah, they're at 500 of that, so they have 1,000 left to pay on that.
but
They're not paying last
paying
month.
current.
Right.
Do they know they're not? I wonder.
Yes.
I imagine they do know it.
We do know from last meeting, we have proof that the receipt shows that it's collecting too.
Yes.
Oh, they're collecting it.
Yes.
That's even
That we
worse.
have proof.
Yes.
That we have proof. They collect.
Hmm. Gosh, they make this tough.
Don't they though?
So, I mean, it seems like letters are just kind of,
We've done enough. It's actual, like, gonna have to be recorded.
so we're gonna try to talk with the attorney to see. I mean, good grief. What are y'all thinking?
I think if they just keep doing what they're doing,
But they'll never catch up, or they'll never.
that's 100% accurate, but
But
they're,
we'll at least get
but they're
something.
light years ahead
Yeah,
of
but
where
we
they
can't say at
were.
least
Oh, I know.
something. We
I
need
know.
to make it like everybody else is.
Yeah, I'm with you. I just,
I mean, you guys gotta pay it, don't you? Every
absolutely.
month.
Yes,
So
sir.
then the only other thing to do is go back with another letter saying, hey, look, we appreciate your catching up, but you're still not paying current.
Right.
You need to pay current and catch up at the same time.
Unless they're trying to take the current out of what they're, unless you want to subtract the current, no.
No.
You can't, I don't
Can't.
think you can do that because their numbers are exact. If that was 01/22, you could justify maybe it's plus or minus, but
It's even.
We'd be okay.
yes,
But now
I
we're not paying
agree.
current, we're just paying the back.
So what's our next step?
That's why I was just saying a follow-up letter reminding them that it's supposed to be current and
Yeah.
back payment,
I
not
think
just
that's all
back
we-
payment.
I think that's all
And
we
that
can
we have
do.
proof that you're doing this. So if you
Right.
don't catch up and pay
Sorry.
monthly and back pay, then we're gonna
I
have
can
to
hear.
take our proof and go to an attorney.
Yeah. I think if you have Travis draft another letter,
So that probably needs to go through the clerk.
Yeah. It's right, it's $225 an hour, so it'll cost it, but.
If you stand much more to lose.
Well, I don't know that,
that's
I
what we
mean-
talked about. That's what we talked about the last one. It's like,
is it worth
you
it?
know, are we,
That's why I'm just saying a follow-up,
You want me to
maybe
write
letter.
Why don't we just
That's-
send,
yeah, Charlotte, why don't
why
you
don't we
write
just
one?
send the police chief
My
by
rate's
there?
only $100 an hour. No, I'm just kidding.
That's why I was saying a follow-up letter from you saying, we appreciate you
Yeah, I will.
starting on the back payments,
Ain't no sense
but
in
you're
going.
still not doing current. We need current and back payments.
Because I always.
Or have the police chief or a police officer drop it off. That
Well,
maybe
the
that,
certified though,
they've got,
there's proof.
somebody's gonna sign for
Yeah,
it.
the post office, if they sign for it or received it. You want me to write a letter?
That would be my recommendation.
I would say that would be the smart, yeah.
Current payment within 15 days or legal action will commence.
Legal action will commence.
All right.
Make sure and let them know that we've got proof that they're collecting it. So
Yeah,
it would be
I'll
a,
run it.
Yeah.
it would be money they're collecting and not paying this
What about
city.
29? I mean, I know they're open.
When we say legal action, what does legal action encompass?
Not very
No.
much.
Put it on the same thing.
And let
What?
paying them to go chasing.
Just whatever he drink.
Yeah, let him take the penalties ordinance that we have and go with it.
At what point can you pull their privilege license?
That would
My
probably
Kenny
be
used
the
to say,
last resort.
Last,
come settle with the city clerk or your privilege license will be revoked.
okay.
But I never knew what happened beyond that, if that happened.
Did they ever come
We
in?
have, like, a handful of times taken someone clear to court in the distant past. And
I mean, it's not we don't want to shut a business down, but we need them to collect money and pay properly.
because everybody else is.
Right.
Well, they're collecting it, but they're just not paying it.
Right.
That's
And it's
what
not our
makes it
problem
really
to
sore.
explain
Well,
that to
that's one
them.
of the worst offenses.
That's
I've
one of
told
the
people,
worst.
I said, if you weren't paying it, our commission is very sensitive
Understand it.
to,
Yeah.
that you didn't understand, or if you weren't collecting it, they don't expect say that they expect you to start collecting and paying now. Once you understand all this, you know. And on number 29, they want me to ask you, they're seasonal, they're only open 4 months out of the year. And that's from about June to September. They want to know if they can pay in one lump sum at the end, I guess without penalties. They said they did this last year. It was back and they did.
I'm good with that.
Is that
Fine with
right?
that, yeah.
I'm good with
I'll
that.
let her know that's what you said.
Yeah. And I
So she
appreciate
would turn in all of her statements for the 3
Around
months.
October or November something.
that stuff. I didn't write.
And no penalties.
So I guess we can quit yelling them.
Um,
If they're we're in agreement with them, we can quit yelling the 29.
okay.
Or just yell on them for
I
June,
just did it
July,
so
August,
we can see
September.
it and talk about it.
Yeah.
I appreciate you putting all those 10 eats on here too, separately.
Great.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
that's-
I will note, number 38, need a round of applause there. It's a former commission member
Mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
they're doing the right thing.
Airbnb in town collecting 3% sales
I had a
tax.
tremendously hard time
Who's
trying to
that?
get that, go down that trail of collection.
No kidding. That's cool.
So, I have, on that note, gotten a hold of Airbnb
Oh.
because of the AACBB that we're a member of, that we pay $800 a year, or whatever it is, to be a member of that. I'm on their Zoom meetings now, and some of the bigger cities in Arkansas sent me their contacts to some of the platforms, and I emailed some of them, trying to get collection going on some of these platforms.
It's my understanding that the Airbnb company collects the sales tax for the owner of the property and then pays them for, the occupancy. But we're not getting our money from that Airbnb because we're not set up to receive the money. Is that right? Or we're
Here's the
not?
problem. Airbnb contacted back, and our ordinance does not legally obligate them to do it, and they're only doing this on legally obligated type ordinances.
So is that a city council?
So
ordinance?
lodging doesn't legally obligate them.
Well, ours says the host collects it, so they got out of that.
Says what?
Said what?
The host.
The host collects it.
So who has to change the ordinance?
Well, then that goes to, Bob Purvis says there's a new statute that says you can't change the ordinance anymore. without
That's a
other-
state ordinance, not a city ordinance,
I
isn't
know.
it? So we can't change the state.
I'm gonna have to look at the statute.
But we could send a letter to the owners of the property letting them know that they've been collecting.
Well, further, Airbnb said then, we can't do it because we're not legally obligated to do so, and that's the only ones we're doing like that. But, however, we can communicate it to the hosts that are in the city limits. Would you like to start that going? And I said, absolutely. So I have her back. That's it.
That's gonna be a big headache if more of those show up.
And then number
There's quite a
38,
few in
I
the
talked about it.
There's only one paying.
And, I've just got to set aside some time because my plate is always so full with the Office of One to go through the platforms and pull up in the city limits and try to contact all of these hosts and try to remind them, tell them, you should be collecting it.
Send them a copy of the deal, yeah.
So there's nothing
All
we can do
these-
about the
Very
ordinance.
similar.
Do all these hosts have privilege license?
Not all of them, some of them do. Again, it takes time for me to get on there and do that, and I rarely have time in my
So
day.
technically, you gotta get on the internet, search them all up
Yeah, on my phone,
on your phone.
I mean, I just have your like, I just don't have stuff.
And there's nothing we can
You
do.
still have one. But know that I'm slowly trying to get there. I want to,
Is there anybody else can do that? I mean,
well, Danielle tried with Airbnb. You know, it's time intensive.
yeah, yeah.
So how are other towns? Can we talk to anybody in
I have.
like Van Buren? What are they doing?
The same thing, you know.
Just fighting through it.
For one thing, they have, the bigger cities have a little more staff.
And they have hotels in their town already they're collecting from.
Right, and they established it right off the bat. Ours have just kind of bled in over the years. And heard we have Airbnb.
The miscellaneous festival, number 39, where'd that come from?
Well, that's always been there, and, but that amount that you're seeing
Yeah.
is from the food vendor, $100 food vendor tax,
Oh,
and that one extra night that the
They did
Freedom
it.
Fest Committee instituted.
Yeah.
So that amount is everything we collected from the food trucks.
All for the food trucks, Freedom Fest.
So the flat, they just paid a flat rate.
It's a
No.
fee.
No,
And the 1%.
Oh,
Charlotte
and-
went down and
Oh, okay.
Charlotte went down and gave each a letter and explained
That's,
to them.
I have it.
it's not a tax, it's a fee. Is that what we're calling it?
We
Not if
got
they
into
paid
this
the
discussion at the
1%,
last
it's not
meeting.
a tax.
We got into this long discussion at the
Okay.
last
There have
meeting
been a bunch of those ones.
Yeah.
About that.
about that particular thing. But they went overboard to try to help. They went stepped up to try to do it. And then Charlotte went to each one of the places and reminded them. And that's the money that they got sent back and
Well, I did a
collected.
letter in case you gave it to them. I did a letter and the form to make it easier for them to just turn it in. And a lot of them did.
That's awesome.
I think the 14 and the 20 did.
$1,600 is well worth it.
So thank you.
There was a little bit.
We'll give you a break on the
of
Airbnb.
a debate internally about whether ordinance says that $100 goes to AP. But, you know, now we've discussed all of that before.
Mhm.
But is the should $100 go to general funds or the parks? Because they're doing all this labor on all the festival. Or should the $100, you know, it's set by ordinance, so it's not available anymore, but I just wanted you to know there was that discussion. Like it.
Spirited discussion.
Well, 38 is very encouraging.
It is very nice. And thank you.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They said they're gonna start, of course, paying every time. We didn't see that there, but
He's quite daunting when you're reading.
Yeah. We'll talk later.
It's probably about like my business talking
I
to
don't
you.
know if at this point in the finances, Tom has anything for you. You have any questions for Tom before you start?
Mr. Tom, you got anything for us or you want to just move on?
You touched on it with the advertising. I gave this to the city council last night and gave an impact of Freedom Fest trucks, the food trucks. There were 14, yeah.
Yeah.
There were 14 food trucks that remitted AMP tax. 14 of them.
Just 14
So-
more than we've ever had.
That's
Yeah.
new revenue,
Yeah.
1,400. It's part of the debate that was going on with that 1,400 is whether or not that would be subjected to the 45% allocation to the Parks Department. That's how this all came about, because it's technically not prepared food tax.
Yeah, I mean, it can go both ways.
So that was one of the debates. But it is being allocated to them. You generated a prepared food sales tax collected was $257.04 for the actual Freedom Fest. Of that $257, if you were to equate that out of 1% for the prepared food, the food trucks collectively generated $25,704 for that one day. That's why you got your $257.04. So the simple average by the 14 trucks was $1,836 per truck. Now that is a simple average. We know some got less, way less, $700 for the day. They weren't there the whole day. There's a varying different reasons. And then there were some that generated a whole lot more. But if you took the $1,400 out of your in your packet there, you'll see that your cumulative growth was 5.21% and your budget is 5%. So you're faring pretty well, but influencing that was the $1,400, which is new revenue to you. You take that new revenue out, not these prepared food, your cumulative growth would have only been 4.12%. So you would have been well below your 5%. So it had a major impact to you, about a 1% influence on your cumulative collections. So it's a good thing you did that.
But it's also, we've shown that that event takes money out of regular restaurants during the day and puts them into the, yeah. So that's, would that have maybe washed there?
That 25704, which was your prepared food A&P tax collected by the food trucks. If you didn't have the food trucks there, number one, you wouldn't have gotten the 1,400 because brick and mortar wouldn't have paid that. And number two, you would be saying that all those people that were eating at the food trucks would have gone somewhere else.
Potentially could have.
Potentially. So that's why I left that in
Yeah.
the calculation. I only took out the 1,400 as the new revenue because brick and mortar wouldn't have paid that.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's
doing pretty good.
deal. Charlotte, I got a couple questions. May for 26, May for 21, and May for number 9. That's kind of odd, isn't it?
It is. But if you'll notice, it's consecutive. I mean, it's 2 months right in a row with 0, they're just behind. Not as, it would be even more alarming if it was just a skip month.
That's what it is, a skip month.
But I
Yeah.
mean, there's one following it too.
No, these are all just, they paid April and paid June.
Oh, you're talking about the April tax.
21.
The April tax in May slot.
Yeah, I'll have to get all of my figures.
Was consistently they are. It almost is like, did the money just not get recorded?
I understand.
I wasn't gonna say that.
I just bragged on her a minute ago. It's not a,
Okay. That's
She just
all-
didn't type
That's
it.
the only question I have. When y'all's ready, we'll have a motion. Y'all's done with your questions.
I'll make a motion.
Chris, second?
I'll second.
All in favor, show of hands. Great, thanks.
You just made a motion, Rob, and
Making a motion to approve the,
No, I don't think that's ever said.
Sorry.
I
approve
I
the
mumbled my way through it.
I didn't.
financials.
Yeah, we do.
There's,
That's what I get for trying to read and talk at the same time. Grant request, first one, Sebastian County Boys and Girls Club. Kenny? Kenny's not here.
My name is Lacey Berry. I'm the administrator at the Boys and Girls Club. Mr. Kinney was stuck on a Zoom call today, so he asked me to come. We're still $5,000 short on the fence, so we just wanted to know if you guys could help us out. Good.
So have y'all been fundraising? Where have you accrued some funds from somebody or?
We shut down for the whole month of summer, so there hasn't been any fundraising operations happening right now, but that's always in the works.
Right,
Always in the works.
gotcha. But you're still 5,000 short?
Yes, sir.
Here, Chris.
oh, I'm letting Sammy have this one.
The original request was 12 grand,
Mhm.
we've only rented for 3.
Right.
Yes.
So they've come up with 4.
Yeah. You weren't
I
at
don't
the
know.
last meeting. We were a little short on funds at the last meeting. So we gave Kenny some suggestions to try to find to raise some money and come back next month and see if we had any extra money.
Right.
So that's what we were asking. What has happened in the last 2 months? How much effort did he put into trying to find some extra money?
He did not disclose that to me. He just
Right.
let me know that we were 5,000 short. So I don't know if.
That's why he asked that question. I
You're the
think.
Yes. Yeah, I am literally just the messenger. So please don't shoot me. I will say, the mayor said something about T-shirts and A&P and
table this till Kenny can come back.
I'll second that.
You got a second, all you gotta do is
All in
vote.
favor of it? Great.
Thank you guys.
Next, in 2 months.
Next meeting? Yeah. Greenwood Adaptive Playground Project. I guess this was tabled from our previous meeting.
Yes.
We gave them some money at the last meeting. Should be on that.
1568.
Mhm.
Yeah, we had somebody didn't need it, and so we had some extra, and so we approved it for them.
I'm not mistaken, our goal is to try to buy one of the things on the bottom down here. We were just going to try to continue to pocket some money until they get all the money they need, and then
So how's y'all's fundraising been going?
Awesome. So far, we had a really successful fundraiser at Geno's. And then we have Hometown Heroes this weekend. So we're bringing in a lot of revenue for you guys this weekend.
Awesome.
And hopefully it's a great turnout. It's our Touch a Truck event. So we've got lots of cool trucks and we got the planes and all the things coming in.
some dunk tanks. or
Dunk
something.
tanks, we're dunking some coaches and some players.
Airplanes are coming in?
You
And
dunking
the
the
med
mayor?
bac's coming.
Are you dunking the mayor?
Yes,
Yes,
the
we're
mayor
dunking the
is.
mayor.
He's first, so.
He's
if you wanna
first.
do
You
that,
gotta get up early.
You need to bring first 20 minutes.
First 20 minutes?
You can't use all 20, Sammy.
Well, if you give us enough, you can.
Yeah.
I have to refill the tank after.
Oh, you're putting water in tanks? Snakes in the bottom of the tank.
How much did y'all raise at Geno's?
Was it 450? That's what we got for.
Like 650 and cash. Yeah, we got donated 650
It was
besides.
personally, it was a very productive and the participation, the way y'all approached it is very complimentary, fantastic. Everybody there seemed to, and your participation, I think, is what drove it.
It was a lot of fun, and I think it was a great turnout for what we had.
For a hot night.
It was.
I was out to drive through.
It was hot, but
They
your
gave us a
signs and
list of
having
all the
people
things
there
that we
that were
were trying to
promoting and
see
things like
which
that,
one
I
we
think you
wanted.
guys did a great job.
We were only doing one of the tree houses, what we originally talked about.
I see. 20.
That's our goal.
Now, what was your big, didn't you get a big grant?
So you'll give them that too.
Farmers Bank.
Well, Farmers is, okay, we saw that with the 100,000.
Mm-hmm.
So, but was there another one that y'all were working on?
Oh, we have
But the only thing I
the
was gonna ask
state
is, have we
parks
decided what
grant.
we're gonna try to
That's the matching
buy?
grant that
Do we
we're
need to
working
make
on.
that decision, or
And I
we
think
just
we won't know about
work
that
until we get
until
our money?
the beginning of the year.
I'll say pick one and work towards it.
Gotcha.
Pick whichever one y'all want.
We've applied for a couple other local grants too. The Sessions Foundation grant, which is ran by a couple locals from Greenwood. And then the Deegan Foundation grant. So we're waiting to hear back, hopefully
So
from
can
one of
we-
them.
So can we pick something and make a commitment to it?
Well, I
and
think
then
we,
start raising towards that one
yeah,
thing?
that's what we were saying.
So,
So what do we want to, I mean, she's given us a list here of 5 things, 4 things.
so
We
what-
kind of talked about which one do we want to try to,
let's pick some, like
Target.
treehouse, and let's start commit to that treehouse, and let's take 4,000 this meeting and give it to the treehouse.
I'm with you on that right
Yep.
there. I mean, the treehouse seems to be the most feasible one for our group to be able to
Yeah.
get there.
Mhm.
So I'll make a motion that we apply 4,000 this month towards
4,000.
4,000. I'll make a motion for that.
So, but can you come back in a couple months and update us?
I
Because we're going to
second
try to
Charlie.
keep putting money in it until we get to the tree house, so we can at least give you one of the tree houses.
We did want to offer you guys, I don't know if y'all saw our big check pictures.
Mhm.
Since you guys are bringing in a lot of money for us, if you guys would want to take a picture, we'd love to take a picture with the big check for the donations.
Not until we get our money.
No, it's fine.
Really, the citizens of Greenwood's the
Yeah,
ones. don't
yeah, it doesn't need to be us.
They're the ones, paying for that. Yeah.
But we just want to
So,
put that
got a
out
motion for 4,
And I
but I don't have
seconded
a
it.
second.
I seconded it.
Rod second. All in favor, show of hands. Great. Thank you, guys.
there. Thank you so
Good
much.
job.
Thank
Keep
you
going.
for what
Thank
y'all
you.
doing. Promotional video, Dr. Ghost. There you are.
There I am. So I think what we said, we all gonna do, what, 15 per?
It's just like leftover. I mean,
Do you-
it's whatever they have.
Do you have the video? Can you show it? A couple
Yeah,
of the council, they weren't
Yeah,
here, or the commission members weren't here at the last one.
So this is one that we're working on.
Dr. Goldsmith, we gave you 1,500 last time,
Yeah, and you said they were gonna do 15 per month.
so the remainder would be
47.
4,700.
Yeah.
He's going to show us. So
Oh, yeah,
you guys can see the
Here's
video.
one that we're working on right now that we got. Series of 30 seconds to, and then, well, that's why I is 30 seconds because, and we're actually going to make shorter ones because each one that we make, we're also going to do 2 15 seconds because that's what you need for social media. So they'll be also be cut down. So on each of those that we've proposed.
I hope so.
What?
A dog is drinking out of a water fountain.
Yeah, there's one down there between the bridges where it's a low fountain and a high fountain.
I got to deal with some business real quick.
Sure.
I'm all for it. In fact, I'll make a motion for $4,700.
I'll second it. I'll second it.
All right. All in favor of it, 4,700?
That'll just finish you off.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Finish you off.
Well,
There you go. Well, if you're ugly enough, they don't want you to come back. Well, unfortunately, that's what it's for right there.
yeah. We were told 15 because we didn't know if we'd have the money. We got the money. Let's just get it done.
That was a lot of money. That was a lot of money for 30 seconds. I was going to say that. Sebastian County Fair, Trail of Lights, and Christmas at the Fairgrounds. I think we talked about this already a little bit. Yes, sir.
So it's basically the same amount as last year, I believe, $6,500. We put a billboard up on Highway 71. Then we do radio advertising, ton of social media. Of course, we utilize the billboards. Chris probably gets tired of getting emails from me. But
So you'll have two billboards. You'll have the one you're renting and then the one Chris takes care of.
Chris takes care of a bunch of them.
Well, electronic.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
electronic ones that rotate.
And that was free for you guys.
Correct.
I wish you would break down what all that 6,000 is going to, except for just advertising.
I can do that.
Can you get that to Charlotte?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So basically with moving it to the fairgrounds, we have a lot more opportunity with our electricity there so that we're not up resetting breakers and
Man, they spent a
Timers.
gazillion dollars getting power up there just to do the trail lights.
yeah, the GFIs would blow and the timers would stop. So
Kids could go up there and unplug stuff and vandalize the lights.
Well, they can do that at the fairgrounds.
and a little bit tougher because there's people there all the time now. So, but it'll be a partial walkthrough, partial drive-through. The commercial building will be hosting a Santa's workshop every Friday and Saturday. Still going to be donation only. The workshop's free for the kids. We'll have Santa in there Friday and Saturday, and then we'll have projects similar to what they have at like a Home Depot where they can paint a birdhouse or do Christmas decorations, whatever the case might be. But it gives us also the opportunity, being in our livestock barn with the live nativity, we have a little more control over the animals and everything that we can get up there, because last year in the outdoor pavilion, it makes it a little bit tough up there.
So how are you gonna be able to focus? They've been doing it for, how many years they've been up there, Mayor? Yeah.
300.
At least 3
A long time.
So now you got to focus all these people from
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be a hard redirect.
You don't think so?
I think once a night or two goes through, I mean, it'll take some advertising to do.
Put a sign up at the top of the hill
Yeah.
and just
Fairgrounds.
take them right to the football field instead of.
Go back.
And if you notice, the fairgrounds is a little more visible now that we had that lot cleaned out, all the
Yes.
trees taken
Yeah, that looks a
out.
lot better.
So we're getting there slowly but surely.
I don't know, I just hate change. I like same old thing.
I'll make a motion,
For how much?
the full amount, 65.
I'll
I
second
got a
that.
quick question before we go on that. What's the 500 for the workshop?
That's for helping to supply the materials for the kids to do their craft work and stuff like that.
Paints and stuff?
Yes,
Whatever they do. Okay, all right. And that's all free. You don't charge anything for,
That's correct.
Kids
It's
come.
still going to be donation only to enter and go through the trail. We have a trail already lined out, which will redirect back to the parking lot. Then they can get out and walk in. That
so
way it's
everything's
safe.
free, walk in there, walk out, don't have to pay nothing.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we do have a second for this,
Yes.
65?
Yeah.
All in favor? I guess I gotta vote on this one.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Hope it turns out great.
Yeah, well.
Greenwood Musical Theater, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Sir. We're at that time again. We were asking for $3,700 in total, split between our t-shirts that we always do every year and then TV and internet advertising for our upcoming musical production of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. T-shirts are passed out free before you even ask me that question. They say A&P on them.
That goes to all the people that's working
As
there, right?
many people as I can
The
give that a
staff.
t-shirt to. I give
How
it
many
to the staff.
t-shirts is that?
I think last year I ordered around 400, 500,
wow.
something.
You got that many people working?
No, I pass them out to anybody I can
Oh,
find.
just people
Yeah,
who-
we pass them out on the Halloween trail. We pass them out. I mean, we'll come to Geno's and pass them out. We'll come to wherever I can get rid of t-shirts.
That's cool.
We're
Okay,
handing
that's
them out to people. So,
You just have to wear it for like a week straight.
yes.
I
Or else
see
I threaten to beat you up.
I see them several years old all the time.
And that's always one of my
It's good.
favorite things. We'll see, Shane's old Wizard of Oz t-shirt walking down the
Yeah.
road. And
I'll see
kind of just
old
makes
ones.
you happy. And
So TV and internet, that's the two advertising you're doing? on
Yes,
this?
we do targeted ads through YouTube and Facebook and Google and things along those lines too. And we've done commercials where if we have enough funding left over to it, we'll bring in somebody to film it. We've used students in the past to film a TV commercial and then use that targeted ad through, like YouTube TV or something like that, doing the bookend commercials back and forth. So
You've been doing this long enough. What's
this is
your
the exact amount that we've asked for every single year.
What's
for
your expected turnout?
So this one we expect to be higher. We're going to be in the around 600-700 a night. Is typically where we'll average around there. Our highest that we've ever sold was right at 1,000, and our lowest that we've ever sold was right in the 500 range.
Hey, Mr. Pearbowl.
Yes, sir.
You
Does my
always
math
have
not add
everybody-
up?
Sir?
Oh, sorry. Does my math not add up? Is that what you told me that one year?
Well, that, maybe I need to check the math again. Are you always about 800 in attendance?
So that's what I always put down as the rough
Yeah.
average. But yes, that's where.
It seemed like it's about. I love it. I make a motion, we approve his grant for $3,700.
So,
I think Mr. Pearbowl does a good job.
thank you, sir.
I'll second that.
All in favor, show of hands.
Great. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir. How's that break down, Rod, per head? I figured you'd already.
There ain't
figured that.
nothing. My head is screwed up.
$4. The crutches don't help the head,
No.
though. You know that, right?
Well, it's falling and hitting me.
so it'd be 1,600 if you went off that because we do 2 nights. So
Two nights.
Oh,
Okay.
800 times 2 would be my.
Oh,
Yeah, 800 each shop. 37.
40 to 43 cents a piece.
Definitely worth it.
Dr. Goldsmith,
Hey,
long
time no see.
you're back up.
Oh, for everybody, it's 43 cents a piece.
No kidding. Well, that's a pretty good deal.
That's down to fair type
Yeah.
figures.
Yeah.
Numbers.
So that's a good deal.
And it's all, the kids are doing it. It's all, I mean, it's,
What's the capacity inside? About 300? Okay. So we're bringing part of the Fort Smith International Film Festival, and we're going to be showing God's Plan at the pavilion. Here's our ad right now, and we're running this for the next, this will be running for the next 3, all the way until the festival. And then we get the entire What's Up section of Democrat Gazette is our program. So y'all will be in that. And there's this commercial that I know about that we can put in between the movies. Because what we do is we have about 15 to 30, we have actually about 20 to 30 minute breaks between all the movies. And so we're showing 200 movies from 30 different countries, featuring 80 Arkansas and Oklahoma filmmakers and another 20 indigenous films. And so this is our, we're the River Valley Film Society. And so this is kind of our first, since we're the River Valley, it's my first time trying to bring stuff and trying to get some more stuff coming down here and showing movies here.
So this will be in Fort Smith, but you're showing Greenwood stuff in Fort Smith.
No, I'm
No.
showing here.
One show is going to be here in
Ed
Greenwood.
Wilson
Yeah.
Pavilion.
Oh, I thought it was Fort Smith.
So I also have stuff in Van Buren. So I cover the whole River Valley. And so this is our first time to start showing movies here since this wonderful guy got a nice good projector. And
Are you going to represent, are you going to put Greenwood A&P Commission
yep,
anywhere?
I can add y'all onto that. And then all that stuff will go into in our program. I'll play the ads that you just saw in between the commercials. There's a commercials between all the films.
Make sure you let them know about t-shirts though.
And then, so the t-shirts, so our t-shirts, I know, but, and we've already we already went to press on ours because we're in a couple weeks, we're 2 weeks out. So we've already gone to press on that, but y'all be on all these other things.
What's the length of this, Dr. Goldsmith?
Oh, let me see. Ooh.
Let's go back to the t-shirts without our names on it.
Well, they already went to press. And so I had to get them to press yesterday in order for them to be done in time. I know.
Are you selling those shirts?
Nope. Well, we will sell some of them, but the majority of them go to all of our
Yeah,
volunteers. We have 80 volunteers.
How many shirts did you order?
150. Let me find
So
my.
you got 70 shirts you're selling.
Yeah.
It's a lavish Airstream camper.
I don't know about y'all.
So,
As I said, all that going to advertising and stuff. I actually had bigger amounts on there. And
Dr. Goldsmith?
Yeah.
Have you already mentioned, what are the filmmakers' accommodations?
So we put them up in hotel rooms, and then we also have drivers and stuff for them because we have to give them back and forth. And so if this filmmaker comes in, then we'll be driving them down here.
So, and you had showed the God's Plan. That's the one you plan on playing in Greenwood.
Yeah.
If this doesn't work out, you're not doing it in Greenwood.
Well, no,
Is
the
that
idea is I want to do like I do in other places is eventually start doing year-long programming. So once a month, I show movies now at the King Opera House. I'd like to eventually start doing that here. And what I do is every single film that I show in the film festival, I have a clause in there that I'm allowed to show them for promotional purposes. So I can only do donations on those types of films. Right. So we will have 600 films in our catalog to choose from. Everything from animation to comedy, drama, action, sci-fi.
But the event you're talking about right now, the one here in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Are you doing that show in Greenwood? Is it already set? Or
Yeah, it's already set.
So they're already doing the show here.
Yeah, we set that. We made that part of the schedule.
How's it working out in Fort Smith? What's your attendance?
So the attendance, so we have over 2 days. So we about have last year we had a total of unique 800. And then we're expecting over 1,000 this year because we expanded it to 3 days. And then I have $25,000 in advertising on 4029 and CW. I have $8,500 on iHeartRadio. I have ads on both Raynham and Lamar. So and then we have newspaper, and then I'm spending another $3,000 on social media.
Now, how many can have at Bell Park? What'd you say, Casey? How many can you have at Bell Park? Yeah.
300.
Yes.
Okay, so he's expecting 150, but it could hold 300 if they all showed up.
If you keep good numbers, this
Yeah.
isn't something new for us.
Yeah.
Correct? So if you could keep good numbers, I mean, I personally, I'd like to support something like this, but we'd like to see it grow.
Yeah.
A good
No,
rate.
that's one of the things we've kind of been talking about is me, because what I can do is we can have other movie nights and kind of get movie nights going on down here.
You know, like they say, I usually kind of divide numbers by what we're giving them and see what the biggest bang for our buck is. You know, fair is great.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Mr. Peerbolt, that's great. So if we could kind of, if you could kind of watch your numbers and see, just every year come in and say, I think I can grow it another 10%.
Yeah.
Can we use
I like
our billboard to advertise it, even though it's not going to be a Greenwood-based event?
Mhm.
Give us extra free. Is that-
Invoice
I mean,
marketing,
we're in control of what's on
Yeah, it
there.
would be marketing for marketing.
but not t-shirts,
Yeah, we can just do the marketing.
because.
So we could just do the gospel.
We done that before?
Because
For Greenwood.
it's not, we don't reimburse.
Yeah.
It's $5,
I know what I was saying. It would just be
It
added
usually, I
extra.
mean, I paid the
It'd be
vendor.
just some free extra, but
Right.
what do you think a dollar amount?
So, like, for
1,000 or
instance,
50?
I would pay one of your marketing bills. It wouldn't be necessarily like,
I got some marketing bills.
you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be just you invoicing us from your company. just
Yeah.
flat.
Well, the River Valley Film Society is a nonprofit. It's a 501c3.
Well, and that is, doesn't, you know,
Okay, yeah,
apply to this. What I'm saying is I would pay bills on your behalf.
okay.
Like,
I'll-
So it would go to whoever's doing your marketing.
Yeah,
Instead of going to you guys, it's gonna go to who's
Okay.
doing your marketing. That's
Yeah.
what we pay.
I just wanted you to know that's how it works.
Okay, yeah, definitely do that.
What do you think?
On the videos, it's
I think-
different because you're. that's-
I say, we're looking at it and
I think we've decided to, go ahead, Chris, I'm sorry.
I say, I don't, the t-shirts already being made, we could not help with those in the filmmaker accommodations, but we could maybe do a little bit more in marketing
Okay,
to help with that.
Yeah.
We have a billboard that we already pay for that we could put the Greenwood showing
Okay.
extra from what you're already doing.
okay.
If we got that to Chris, he could rotate that in our,
Okay, yeah, I can get
and
that.
that would just, we could just do the God's Plan movie, you know,
Yeah, I can
advertise
get
it.
artwork made for the God's Plan movie and get that to you.
We could do that, but, so I'll make a motion. We give them $1,000 to get started, try it out
For marketing?
for marketing
Marketing.
Are you mixing the filmmaker?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
and the t-shirts, and we'll just give them 1,000 to get started and see if it
Okay.
helps.
All right. Appreciate
And
it.
then maybe in next year, we can.
Yeah,
get
well, the whole
involved
idea is
earlier.
to start doing year-long stuff. I want to
Yeah.
do here on a regular basis because that's what I do everywhere else. So like I show movies once a month at the Bakery District, once a month at King Opera. I like to start doing once a month here.
Sure.
And we're 100% on t-shirts, but we like for them to say something A&P on
Yeah.
there, and we really don't like selling them.
Yeah.
Like, just, we're paying
Oh,
for
yeah.
them, so just give them away.
Right.
That's what we like to see. So, did I hear a second for the 1,000 on marketing? Rod, all's in favor of that? Great.
All right. I'll send
And
her a
if you
bill.
let Chris know what you
Okay.
can find on,
Yeah, let me get your info.
on that God's Plan show, we can get that thrown up on our digital menu board. Hello.
Mr. Mayor, you're
funny as my-
authorizing
my,
agent on this?
My graphics people are.
Oh, you are? Oh, okay, well, that's cool. All right. You just didn't have enough to do, so you just
I
got in.
have nothing else to do. The good part is that he just wants to watch, so.
Yeah, he likes to come to our, our board of
Well,
directors
all A&P
meetings.
ain't paying for that.
No, sir. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Hope this turns out really big. Miss Charlotte,
Yes.
you're up.
Okay, so I noticed there was a couple of things we needed to amend in the bylaws, and the highlighted sections are ones that I've added. And so I just removed a strike through on anything I've removed, which isn't very much, but, since we adopted the new ordinance in 2022, we updated it. I had to put the ordinance is in the first and second page of the bylaws, so I had to insert, swap the old out for the new. That's what that is. And then on page 4, the grantee instructions. we didn't have in there about invoices being charged to the name of the events. About half the time, I get invoices submitted where it looks like the A&P Commission owes this whole thing, you know, and I have to remind people in their event name, because they're ultimately responsible for it, not the A&P. We're paying your bills on your behalf, so that's in there, in that first highlight. Second one, the second highlight, of course, see what I struck. And it will only be paid in an amount consistent with available grant funding, meaning that if a bill is presented to me that's too much and the grant is short, I'm short paid invoice. That's why that's in there.
No, we kind of did that anyway, didn't we?
Yeah, but it wasn't in there.
It
It wasn't in there, okay.
And we needed it in there
Yeah, I
to say
understand.
what we do.
Okay.
Good catch.
And then, thanks. And then the last highlight, something came up that really surprised me. So there was a duplicate payment made. I was, the invoice was legitimate, paid it, right, after one of y'all signed it. And then a few days later, the person received another like copy of that or statement or something and thought it was another bill of it.
Oh.
And I slept since then too.
Oh,
So we did.
Yeah.
Well, weirdly, the place refunded them, not us, even though the check is from us. And that made me realize this needs to be in here.
Okay.
That if ever there's a duplicate payment.
So did we get that money back?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
We did.
Okay,
That person was honest, thank goodness.
that's
and-
good, yeah,
And wrote a check to us.
wow.
So I was proud of them. Thank them profusely for being honest. That was good of them.
Appreciate your diligence in being
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
Thank
catch-
you. And
thank
then I added the, I put the credit balance back on their grant. But I thought, oh, wow, I never even thought that would happen. I never even thought a place would do that. Why would they not reimburse the person that paid them?
The check's
Yeah,
forward,
the
yeah.
So anyway, it needed to be in there.
So I guess in your leisure time, you just go through and read our
Yeah,
bylaws, see what you can do to
Exciting.
make them better.
Yes, I was from 4-H.
Exciting
It
life
said
you
to make
lead.
The best better. That's what I love. That's what I've always
That's
done.
amazing.
Okay, so we need a motion to accept these into our bylaws.
I'll make a motion for that.
Rod Powell
I'll second it.
and Chris Josh. All in favor of new bylaws? Great.
Do you need to talk about this letter that's on here? This,
Oh, I just wanted you to see that. Today I was on the Zoom meeting with the ACPD and they were talking about this A&B bashing letter that his article that has come out. And apparently, so the other cities that were in this Zoom were bigger cities like Eureka Springs and Van Deerden was in there, Ms. Merrill Curtis, who's Bob's wife, deeply involved in A&P.
Has
We
been
really
for
lean on him
years.
for his expertise. They're both really experts in the field.
Yes.
And so it's nice that I'm in these calls now, because we are getting a little bang for our buck with our dues.
that's good.
Because now I'm present on the Zoom, learning some things, having the contacts access that I need to try to get us advanced and clean some of this up. And like I said, it's a slow go, but I have benefited from being on that Zoom call. Well, this article came up today. Apparently there is a group pushing to end A&P taxes in Arkansas. And they've already chipped away at it because Bob says there's a statute now that says you cannot change your ordinance anymore without a vote of the people. I asked him to get me, my hands on that statute so I can read it for myself. And that's important.
You're talking about the initiation ordinance that we did several years ago.
Well, I think there's been a law since we updated in 2022 for the lodging part of it, the short-term rentals. I don't think we can do that anymore. I don't think we can change it at all.
That was the whole thing with the Airbnb. She can't, even if we could get it set up, we can't legally change it because it would have to go to the city, the people to vote that they want us to go through the Airbnbs to collect the money, because that's not what it
So
says.
apparently the push is, they feel like it's abused. The councils just do what they want with this stuff after it's voted in. I don't know. I suggested today to everybody get a running list of all of the local events and how much money we help events in our small towns. That has a trickle down effect that makes small towns what they are.
Well, yeah, it's money that goes right back into the
Right?
town.
But some towns don't do it. They just give the whole thing to like parks. and parks
That's
and
kind of the way
stuff.
Alma is. Alma supports that water park.
It's in good faith that commissions like this give money to parks. Sometimes, once the money is given.
Yeah.
They'll spend it on all kinds of stuff you did not think
I agree.
was
100%.
parks related.
Oh, we've kind of seen that happen
I'm
before,
already-
yeah.
That's
I'm
right.
already knowing when I see things.
Are y'all using
they purchase with this
It's
25%,
Ring. Okay, yeah,
But it's different than what y'all.
Yeah, no, yeah, we use Ring.
Yeah, that was some of the concerns when we started just giving them so much money every month instead of them coming,
Yeah.
is we have lost control
We
of it.
lose control of it.
But we have asked them to come in
For
anytime
one
we
thing,
want.
and
give
then we
us
get a
updates, so.
pickleball,
So
Yes.
this happened
Yeah.
where
I like
other
it.
commissions have given.
which
a
I like
lot of-
pickleball.
So the
I
other
use them all the
people
time.
said, we wanted this for what you said it was, and then all of a sudden you change your ordinance and you just give it all the money to something else.
And the one that had the biggest gripe about it, Rod, is the one that's the pickleball.
I was out there
Fanatic now.
Sunday night at 10:30 with the
Right.
lights on playing.
You're right.
I'm not saying that the lights
It's-
aren't useful. I'm saying that's not what we intended them to be used, but
It's-
that was okay.
You were so mad your head was spinning.
I don't want to explain to people why
It's the
Freedom
principle.
Fest turned into
We
a
give our
pickleball
kids
light.
money to go buy bread,
I wanted
and
you
they
to
bought
see
candy.
That
Yes.
article, I don't know if you have time to read it, if you want me to email it to you, I can. It's just, I wanted you to see how
What
this
they're saying.
group is trying to push to
Yeah.
donate. I mean, one of the examples it gives is Rogers, Arkansas. If you go to do
I mean,
something
all it
like
takes is one city that screws it up that
14%
makes everybody
tax on all this
look
stuff,
bad.
you know.
Yeah.
And I get it, but
Well, Northwest Arkansas does push the envelope on everything, everything.
they are forward thinking.
Yeah,
Which-
they
Or
are.
novel.
Which is gonna kind of screw Fort Smith because they don't have a lodging A&P tax, just a food. And, I mean, they're missing out on millions.
They just have lodging. They do not
They don't
have
have
I'm
food.
sorry, you're right, it's the other way around.
And that was a big mistake.
Oh, my God.
Still millions, yeah.
Fort Smith could be a different place if Sammy was paying more money
Well, that
in Fort
that-
Smith.
water park would be, yeah. They
Yeah,
wouldn't have to worry
now
about
they
getting
can't.
money from
That's
the
where
state.
They could get more slides.
They had more slides.
Some $35,000 slides. Somebody posted the other day that they found a slide somewhere in Texas for $1,800. If anybody was interested, so.
That's all I got, and.
If there's nothing from the audience, we'll adjourn.
What?
Okay.
I'll make a motion we adjourn with nobody in the audience.
Great. Thank you, guys.
You could-